everyone, Janie here, and I would like to share with you the newest card I made using a Sherry Baldy image. It is a birthday card for my granddaughter, and I couldn't resist this cute little girl holding the cupcake. I just love it. I love Sherry Baldy's images, all of them, whether they're her digi stamps or her 3D images, whatever they are, and this one is just adorable, and the 3D effect is so fun. And I didn't just leave her alone, and you shouldn't either. You know, if you want, I mean, I added little sparkles up there in her bow and everywhere, and down here along the bottom there are pearls that I added to the bottom of her dress. It's always fun to add little something extra. If it's not an image that you're going to color yourself, at least you can personalize it. And I actually made this for a card challenge that required making our own background. And so this paper here in the background I made, and I'm going to show you in a minute how I did that. I also hung a little charm right here from the Y. And that charm could be used to, see if I can get a good view there, to add to a necklace later if she would like to. And a little sparkly balloon and a ribbon for her to hold it with. But it is just, the image is just adorable. I thought it was perfect for her birthday. She's bringing my granddaughter a cupcake. All right, well, I'll be back in a minute, and I'm going to show you how I made that background so you can make your own. Okay, here we are at my craft table, and I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to make the background paper that I made. I showed it to you before, but I'll try to get close in there. Actually, it's really hard to see. So, what I did was I used Distress ink, and so for the first example I'm going to give you, I'm going to use Stormy Sky, and I like to use my craft mat. You can also use wax paper, anything smooth that you don't mind getting the ink on. This does wipe off though, so putting a few little stamps of it on my craft mat, and then I'm going to grab some shaded lilac and put a few little stamps of that around, and then spritz it with water. Not too much, but enough that you can see the ink starting to bubble up. And if you're not sure, you can kind of draw your finger through it a little bit and get an idea that it's wet. You're going to take your paper and you're just going to wipe it around. And this one was actually a little too wet. So if that happens to you, don't worry about it. It's easy to take care of. I'm going to wipe this up here really quick. So you're getting 2 lessons in one. What to do if you get too much water on there. Okay, stamp a few more. And even though your paper is wet, give this a little extra spritz again, this time not as much. And again, just wipe your paper through there. All around the edges. You get as much on there as you want. You can keep swiping through. You get a pattern that you like, that you think looks really cool, then that's when you stop. And if you want a little bit more, just wipe through there a little bit more. And you can keep creating different designs on there. You can add more ink if you want, like we did, or leave it as is. It is best to dry that with the heat gun. Just kind of do one side as it starts to curl, do the other side. The one thing I did do on my card is I did spray this with a glitter spray after it was dried because I wanted a real sparkly effect for what I was doing. Okay, I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to wipe this off because I'm going to show you again, and this time with a different color. This time I'm going to go with Salty Ocean. It's a really bright blue. Put a few of those on there. And let's go with Mown Lawn. So we're going to add some green to this. You can just put this down any way you want, actually. I mean, this is the pattern that I chose. This time, not as much spritzing. Sometimes it depends on the color ink as to how much you want to do. Just smear it through there. And totally different effect. You have to experiment with it. Experiment with your colors. Experiment with how much water you want to use. There's so many variations with this. And again, if you're using a craft mat, it's really easy just to wipe up. If you need to, spritz a little extra water on there. If you're using wax paper, just throw it away. But it cleans right up with water. And there we go. I'll show you a couple of other ones that I've done, just so you can see some other effects. Again, the colors don't show up really well on this camera, but that's more of the pinks and blues. And this is another one. Might have too much light going on in my background for you to see this. See if I can put it up. Yeah, so you could see right through it. I should have closed my window. But that gives you an idea of the variety of backgrounds that you can make using distress inks and water. Just experiment, create, see what you come up with. And thank you for watching.